Hello. Normally I say hello, welcome to my review of this, welcome to my review of that, but I'm not going to do that, I'm just going to say hi. The fragrance I've chosen to review tonight is one of a set of limited edition variations of Thierry Mugler's Angel that he released. They're called Garden of Stars, and there's 4 of them, and basically what they were, because they're discontinued now, were floral takes on the original and iconic fragrance Angel. So what I will say is I've already reviewed Angel. I'm not going to kind of review Angel in this review and then compare them. Angel was already iconic. If you want to know what it smells like, I've already done it, so go and check it out and then maybe come back to this if you want. I don't know, that's up to you. But the one I'm choosing to review is the violet version. I also own the lily one and the peony one, and I've used up the rose one unfortunately, so I won't be reviewing that. But this is my first sample review, which makes me feel a bit lost. I'm a bit of a stickler and I like to have the bottle to hold in the box and kind of go into it a bit more, but I don't. I put a question out there in one of my other reviews about, you know, should I review samples, and people said yes, so I'm gonna, and it makes sense because I've got kind of a lot of unusual and niche brand samples that I wouldn't necessarily buy, so it makes sense. So yeah, this Violet Angel, it came out in 2005. It's classed as an oriental floral, and as I said, there were 4 of them. The notes of it are sugar, violet leaf and hyacinth. And then the heart notes are violet, obviously, otherwise where would we be about this fragrance? And then woodsy notes. I mean, that's kind of general, but I've been reading up on it and I can't really seem to find what woods it is, but it's kind of got a woodsy element to it. And then the base is vanilla, oak moss and patchouli. So I've got it drying on this hand, and thinking about this fragrance, I'm not sure if it's meant to be like this, but I'm not sure if they're meant to be a different take on Angel at all. Smelling it, I would say probably not. I think it was just kind of a separate thing with the name Angel on it, because looking at the notes, this only actually shares 2 notes with the original Angel, which has about 20 or more than 20 notes in it. This only has, you know, 6, 7 or 8 in it. 6, 7 or 8, I meant 7 or 8, and the only 2 that are shared are vanilla and patchouli, so it's not much to go on when you think about how much is already in the original Angel. So yeah, I've had it on this hand for a while, and I'll spray it on this hand as I always do. If you watch my reviews already, I always do that because I like to get a comparison, because fragrances change. They don't, you know, you can't just smell something and go, oh, that's that, and put it down. So I'll put it on this hand. I only spray a bit because I actually want to use this eventually. So yeah, what I will say is, straight off of the bat, is that the only similarity between this and the original Angel is the patchouli. It must be a certain type of patchouli that Thierry Mugler favours, because it does have a tinge of what Angel is about, but it's completely in a different direction. And that's not to say that it isn't lovely anyway, because it really is. So what I mainly smell in this one is, I don't know if you've ever smelt violet before. If you haven't, to me it's incredibly beautiful. It's a real delicate sweet flower that can almost smell like candy sometimes. There's a sweet over here, or a candy that we get, called Parma violets, and people when I was younger we used to call them perfume sweets. So it does have a kind of very sweet purpley candyish vibe to it, and it's absolutely stunning. If you're a fan of violet, then you are probably going to fall in love with this. It mainly smells of sugar and very, very delicate violet, and it has a sweetness because obviously it's got vanilla in it, with a tinge of that Angel patchouli. It's got violet leaf in the top, and violet leaf is supposed to have very subtle aquatic tones to it, and this does have not an aquaticness, but it does have a slight freshness to it. It also has hyacinth, which is an extremely deep floral. There's lots of different types obviously, but I always think of water hyacinth. One of my favourite perfumes is Chloe Innocence, and that's got water hyacinth in it, which is very fresh, but hyacinth is supposed to be a very deep floral. I would ignore that because this isn't deep in any way. It is more about the sugar and the sweet violet and the vanilla. It's absolutely delicate and very, very pretty and very spring-like. It's really, really nice. But you know, Thierry Mugler's known for making quite in-your-face. When he makes a new fragrance, he normally makes very in-your-face fragrances that are strong. And I think with Violet, he's done it right, where you can't really make a really strong violet or back it up with tons of crazy base and stuff, because it would just lose its delicacy and its prettiness. And it's kept with this. It's not really anything like Normal Angel. I'd kind of just ignore that completely, but it's wet on this hand, and the woods in it are really, really subtle. It does have a kind of a dryness to it that's really, really subtle. It's almost like blonde wood or a really light sandalwood, but it's mainly just very thin smelling, but still really, really kind of elegant and youthful smelling. So that's it. It's kind of a short review because it's not a very overly complicated fragrance. It's just simple, sweet, sugary violets with some vanilla and a tinge of patchouli. So that's it. One of my subscribers asked me to do a rating out of 10 at the end of my review, so I will do it. And this is kind of an overall out of 10. Do you know, actually I didn't say, sorry, about the dry down, how it changes. What I will say, sorry, about the dry down is as it dries, which doesn't take very long either, it takes about an hour to change from kind of that very sweet, full violet. It dries down within about an hour and it just becomes a lot more delicate. You lose a lot of the woods in it, and it turns to a more kind of just basic sugary violet. So yeah, onto the out of 10, I would give it a 6 overall. It lasts on me probably, I don't know, probably 4 hours at most. You know, as I said, Thierry Mugler is known for making super long lasting crazy fragrances. This is kind of like his baby scent, I think. 6 out of 10 for gorgeousness, 6 out of 10 for complexity, and 6 out of 10 for longevity. And that's it. I'll see you guys soon for another review, probably going to be tomorrow. I will say that and then my plans change, but for now it's tomorrow. Good night.